And we are back. Madge, welcome for the second time. Like I said, when one's doing something live, then we open to technical difficulties, and true to Murphy's Law, that's exactly what happened. So let's see, second time lucky. So to break the ice again, Madge, would you like to start off by telling us a little bit about yourself and your journey again?
Thank you, Brigitte, and thanks for inviting me to this new thing that you are exploring. I'm always ready to stimulate my inner state of creativity, so thank you so much. Yes, who is Madge? I grew up in Mossel Bay, and I came to Cape Town many years ago. But who is Madge? As Marianne Williamson once said, she said, "Well, you're not to be brilliant. You're a child of God." So first and foremost, I am a child of God. I am retired, divorced, a nation builder, a writer, a mother, and also a proud grandmother. Most people on social media knows me as Madge the Sunflower. So in closing about this part of my interview, I am not pretentious. I am unapologetically me. So what you see is the authentic me.
I absolutely love that, Madge. So, Madge Du Preez, what is your vision and what drives your vision?
Well, I have a personal vision, which is also my business vision. And many people say, you know what, this is not a business vision, but this is mine. And this is to light human candles who can in turn light the world. It is driven by my purpose, which is to spread love. And I think the two complement each other very well. A little bit more about what is driving me. I subscribe to David Taylor's formula of success, which is based on 4 questions. Who am I? Where am I? Where do I want to be? And what do I have to do to get where I want to be? My life philosophy is to continuously work towards wellness in 4 specific areas that I regard as the foundational spokes in my wheel of life. I am the hub, and without those spokes, I can still live, but it will not be a balanced life. And these are mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual wellness. So that's my package.
That's great to hear and to know about you. Is there a difference though between wellness and wholeness? And how would you describe that difference between the two?
Well, dictionary.com defines wellness as the quality or state of being healthy in body and mind, especially as the result of deliberate effort. It is also an active awareness process that involves choices towards healthy living and living a fulfilling life. But wholeness, on the other hand, according to science of wholeness, is to be completely free of injury, of hurt, with nothing missing, everything complete. In other words, unbroken. And I don't think that there is anybody in the world that can actually say that they are perfect. So
absolutely.
Yes, so that to me is the difference between the two. I also believe that the state of wholeness can only be manifested in eternity. So as an earthling with all my shortcomings and my weaknesses, I can only make a deliberate effort to live healthily. So yes, that I believe is the difference between the two.
Okay, Madge, could you elaborate on of wellness for us, if you don't mind?
First of all, it is a continuous process of determination, perseverance, patience, courage. And if you don't have that, it's going to take much longer to get where you want to be. And I thought I wanted to start with mental wholeness or wellness, but then since spiritual wellness is a personal thing, it is a personal matter which involves values and beliefs, and it provides a purpose in our lives. I think it's best to start here. Spiritual wellness, I believe, is the most personal piece of the puzzle. It is highly individual, and people connect to a higher order, and they come to a place of peace and harmony when they do this. It speaks to our very core and raises questions like I said before, according to David Taylor's formula for success. Who am I? What is my purpose? And what do I value most? So then, mentally well people are normally able to cope with the normal stresses of life. They are able to be productive. They are able to be fruitful and make a contribution to their community. So yes, I have made some deliberate choices in this area, if you want to know more about it. Can I speak about it?
Absolutely. Please do go ahead, Madge.
Okay, I constantly and consciously reflect on my actions and behaviors almost every day of my life. And I practice the foundational aspects of emotional intelligence. I'm a lifelong learner. I am teachable. I write every day, and I believe writing is like music to the soul. Writing to me is bringing out of my innermost the things that I sometimes don't even think about. I engage in community projects that stimulate self-direction, and that helps me to live out my purpose. Yes.
Madge, are there any particular examples in your life that you would like to relate with regards to this?
Well, yes, like I said, you know, it demands a person to be able to cope with normal stresses in life and work productively. But my specific focus is on the community. So I currently have projects that are at the moment on the shelf, not to invite dust, but it's there because I did not have the financial or the people resources to run with the projects. So I have 4 projects at the moment in that area, and I have 4 projects that I'm currently working on. So let me just give you
Madge,
a brief.
may I be so bold as to ask you what those projects are?
Yes, a few years ago, I started the RAP project, which is Write, Read, and Perform, and it's targeting young people in the community. I started off in the Trifontaine area to look at how we can help young kids to encourage them to be the best they can be, to improve and enhance their self-esteem and their self-worth. It speaks about, it's really a creative writing course, but it also encompasses life skills like public speaking, group work, building confidence, and even writing their own short plays. That one is on hold, and then I have another one called RAP. I like my acronyms, which is Effective and Purposeful Writing. That is more targeting the older people, both men and women. That's still on the shelf because for the same reason. And then I have my GEM project, which is based on my book that is published in Singapore and currently available also on Amazon.com. And I work with the women around the issues that I've experienced as a single parent.
Madge, may I interject here, and would you mind quickly just telling us what your book is called?
It's called The Light in the Dark, and it's based on Christian principles, but it's open for anyone to walk this path of moving from adversity to fulfillment, because this is really what my life was about, or is about. So it is available on Amazon, and like I said, it's published in Singapore by Kingdom Books.
Okay, and then you've also published another book which is only available in a local language, Afrikaans.
Oh yes,
may I quickly ask you about that?
Yes, that is, well, that was my first publication. It's a poetry, an anthology of poetry, which contains poems in English, Afrikaans, and Kaaps. Kaaps is the language spoken by people in the Cape Flats. And I went to school in District 6 in the mid-60s, where I picked up this different kind of Afrikaans. And then I started writing it. It helps me to interact with the youth in the communities, because the moment I speak the level of their language, they start opening up to me. So yes, that's the second one. I also have a few self-published books. It's very costly to do self-publishing, but I believe that there are many people out there wanting to publish their poetry, their short stories. So I encourage them, not to make money out of this, but if they want to see it in a published version, is to go the self-publishing way. And when we're famous, we can do the other things that the other people are doing out there. But for me, my purpose is not to go out there and be this famous writer, but to be famous for the young people around me, so that they can learn and become their best. So
Madge, there's enough for having done that.
Yes, and then there's another book which I actually published in book format, but it's more a workshop type of, how can I put it? It's a resource that I can use during my workshops that I have with young people, especially matriculants and first-year students. So what happened, I am currently writing or co-authoring a book with an academic at the University of the Western Cape. She is currently the HOD of the Academic Development Department, Dr. McGee, and it deals with a transition from school to university. And it's based on research that both of us have done in the past, because students and learners are just so ignorant about what's happening at universities. So we looked at almost every aspect of transition, and we hope to publish this book. I think we would be ready by the end of July. So hopefully, if the Department of Education sees this as something good, we may even have it accepted as a prescribed book, which we hope will happen.
That will be fantastic, Madge, and I wish you all the best with that for sure.
Thank you very much. Then there's another two projects. I'm involved with a project with a young man, Norman he's from Johannesburg. It's also a writing project, but I'm not going to say anything more about that other than the name of the project, which is Wake, Pray, Slay. I will also become involved with Releasing Eagles on the 22nd of April. I will be joining them as a coach to the mentors. They are looking at empowering 35 young girls every year. And I will hear more about that when I actually attend this event. The one that I'm very excited about is the Just One project that I've started recently. It is so close to my heart. our students, and I particularly refer to the students at the University of the Western Cape, where I worked for 30 years, working with students and knowing exactly what they're going through. And I started this project because students were hungry. NSFAS wasn't paying out, and students would send you a WhatsApp to say that, is there no way that you can help me? So I started, and I did a reach out to people on Facebook. And I'm happy to say that there are so many people that actually, showed us, me and the students, how kind our people really are out there. There's one couple, and I was so overwhelmed. There's one couple that the lady used to work at UWC, and she didn't want me to talk about it. But she actually told me that every year, the end of July, they will sponsor an amount of money that I can use to help the students that are going through difficult times. I've got another lady, she's offering a certain amount of money for a needy student every month until she stops working. And all of these people are saying that I can use it to my discretion. And that is an absolute blessing. You also know about somebody that I know that has offered to, that his developers can develop a blog for me in this project or for this project so that I can reach more students. So this is something new. It's something that I'm excited about, and I hope that people will open their pockets to help us as a nation to help our students, because many of them just have the very core. And sometimes they have to study with having absolutely nothing in their stomachs. And that is the one thing that's very close to my heart. And I sometimes get very emotional about that. So I hope I'm not going to get it to that.
Madge, I have to agree with you. You know, it's something that very few people have a true appreciation for. I was having this conversation with someone the other day, and it's easy for people to lash out and talk about this entitlement mentality that students have, but very little do they know what the real struggles are of our students on the ground, which you have just highlighted.
Yeah. Yes, and coming back to the components of wholeness, it is amazing how these components complement one another. Both emotional and mental health are connected to physical wellness. The mind and the body are linked. So when you improve your physical wellness, you will automatically experience greater mental and emotional wellness. Now, physical wellness is one of my weaker links. I must say that I've been struggling with being, with this part of the puzzle. And strange enough, at the age of 67, by the way, I decided to join a boot camp group. And I must say, it is an amazing experience. So physical wellness, mental wellness, and emotional wellness, together with spiritual wellness, it's almost like the hub of a wheel, like I said before. And to me, I am the hub, and these four components are the spokes, and I cannot do without them. Now, emotional wellness, I think a lot of people struggle in this area because there are so many things that happen in people's lives, and they, at a certain point, almost, they nurture the hurt, the anger, the resentment, and these things are toxic to one's body cells. And I'm particularly thinking about young people, how devastating things that are happening in people's lives, like the death of a loved one, divorce, and risk factors like poor housing, poverty, bullying, abuse. There are so many things, rape and all these things. It has an extremely negative impact on a young person's well-being. And it absolutely has a profound impact on their self-esteem. So my focus on young people is basically to inspire them to have a vision, to dream, to set goals, to take action, and to stimulate their inner state of creativity. And also to observe their daily response or reactions to life in general. Because even grown-up people are struggling with those kind of issues. If you just look at emotional intelligence.
That's a whole new topic, Madge.
Yes.
And perhaps we can pick up on that another time, because emotional intelligence is huge. So
yes,
could we shelve that and maybe pick that up another time? I'd love to chat some more and expand a bit on that.
Yes, of course we can do that. So in closing, I would say, or I would like to point out to you, the listener, that you are the artist painting your own life portrait. Your colors and your brushstrokes are the decisions that you have made in the past and still making today. What does your portrait look like? Does it have colorful strokes? Is it bland? So my advice to you is to reflect, to step out, to take action and be beautiful. Many times we don't think about these aspects, the 4 components of wellness, and we only focus on certain areas. And we forget that if this is part of your wheel of life, you will be living an unbalanced life if it's not fully part of who you are.
Madge, thank you so much for spending some time with us today. If anyone wants to get in touch with you and reach out, where can they contact you?
They can contact me on my email address, which is admin@mtaconnection.co.za, and they can inbox me on Facebook. I think that's more than enough. And I hope people that you will contact me, because I am a workshop facilitator. I've just received notice that I am now a qualified skills development facilitator, so I can develop my own programs, which I've done in the past, but now I am fully qualified to do just that. So thank you for listening.
Congratulations, Madge.
Thank you so much, Brigitte. I'm a lifelong learner.
Madge, you also have a Facebook page. Can you tell us what your page is called?
I have a Facebook page for student wellness, which is called Student Wellness. And then I have my personal page where I am me. I also have a Facebook page for my business, which is MTA Connection, Connect with the Unconnected. And then I have another one for health and wellness, which is What Are You Waiting For? And I'm very busy on social media, and I have another one that I call, I use that for the products that I sell at the moment, which is also focusing on physical wellness. So all of these pages have specific focuses, but if you come to my own page, you will see me for who I am. Thank you so much also for allowing me to share this information.
Excellent, Madge. Thank you for joining us today. And I hope that you will be willing to come on as a guest again and share some more of the gems, because I know that you have much to share with us. So thank you so much.
This is the first time for me, so I would love to look at this vid or whatever we call it to see, okay, you can improve here, you can improve there, but so that I can also tell others, how to do it the next time. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And thank you for being willing to help me test the talk show feature of Be Live TV. I am eternally grateful for them for allowing me to become part of their to use the platform. I am also part of the Bubbler network, so I'm going to be putting this broadcast on the Bubbler network as well, and hopefully that will help you spread your message a bit further as well. So Madge, thank you very much. Thank you everyone for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, Madge.
Thank you, Brigitte.
Thank you everyone for joining us, and we will touch sides with you soon, and I shall let you know via a post who our next guest will be. Thank you for joining, and bye for now.